Welcome to Super Bowl 60 Preview by Review, episode number 20. We now move on to the Seattle Seahawks' first appearance in the Super Bowl. After spending all those years in the AFC with only one conference championship appearance, in just their fourth season in the NFC, they are in the Super Bowl. Mike Holmgren leads the 15-3 Seattle Seahawks into Ford Field in Detroit to take on Bill Cowher and the 14-5 Pittsburgh Steelers. Let's take a look at the scoring by quarters. In the first quarter, Josh Brown hits a 47-yard field goal to give the Seahawks a 3-0 lead. With under 2 minutes to go in the second quarter, Ben Roethlisberger scores on a controversial 1-yard run as Jeff Reed hits the extra point and the Steelers lead 7-3 at the half. In the third quarter, Willie Parker runs it in from 75 yards out. Jeff Reed hits the extra point and the Steelers go up 14-3. Then Jeremy Stevens catches a 16-yard pass from Matt Hasselbeck. Josh Brown hits the extra point, cutting the Steelers' lead to 14-10. In the fourth quarter, a little trickeration from the Steelers as Hines Ward catches a 43-yard pass from Antoine Randall L. Jeff Reed's extra point gives the Steelers a 21-10 lead, and the Seahawks end up losing their first Super Bowl, and their Super Bowl record falls to 0-1. The Seahawks had won the coin toss. The game was in a dome on field turf in front of 68,206. The Steelers were favored by 4, and they covered. Hines Ward was named Super Bowl MVP. Seattle turned the ball over once. Pittsburgh turned it over twice. Statistically, Matt Hasselbeck threw for 273 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception, and he was sacked 3 times. Sean Alexander ran for 95 yards on 20 carries. And Joe Jurevicius had 93 yards receiving on 5 receptions. For the Steelers, Ben Roethlisberger threw for 123 yards, 2 interceptions. He was sacked once. Antoine Randall L. on the trick play threw for 43 yards and a touchdown. Willie Parker, known as Fast Willie Parker, had 93 yards rushing on 10 carries and 1 touchdown. And Hines Ward had 123 yards receiving and a touchdown. On defense for Seattle, Michael Boulware had an interception. Kelly Herndon had one for 76 yards. Grant Wistrom had a sack. The Seahawks did not recover or force any fumbles. For the Pittsburgh Steelers, Ike Taylor had an interception for 24 yards. Deshae Townsend, Clark Higgins, and Casey Hampton all had sacks. The Steelers did not force or recover any fumbles. Returning kicks and punts for the Seahawks, Josh Scobie had 55 yards on 3 kick returns. Peter Warrick had 27 yards on 4 punt returns. For the Steelers, Ricardo Colclaw had 43 yards on 2 kick returns, and Antoine Randall L. had 32 yards on 2 punt returns. The Steelers would go on to win 21-10, and Seattle drops their first Super Bowl, going 0-1. Here is a look at the uniform matchup and the field design for Super Bowl 40. From Detroit, Michigan, ABC's Al Michaels and John Madden run the call, with Michelle Tafoya and Susie Colbert on the sidelines. Hines Ward was named Super Bowl MVP. Under scoregami, looking at 21-10, it's been done 64 times. The first was Green Bay and Chicago in 1936, and most recently the Eagles and Vikings in 2016. So stay tuned for more Super Bowl 60 preview by review as we continue to move forward in time through this history of the NFL.